What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Nautilus Eternus. I am doing another one of these artist personality things because I feel like these videos do pretty well. And I found one that seems to be like the most legitimate artist evaluation thing, like what type of artist you could be. This is called Open Source Psychometrics Project. This is an interactive version of the Artistic Preferences Scale 1.2. Introduction. The APS was developed to measure individual differences in what people enjoy about visual art. It measures 3 scales, 2 that are applicable to the style of the work, and 1 that is applicable to the content of the work. The 3 scales were developed without any particular theory of art, just by looking at what were the strongest correlations between different possible questions, using the statistical technique of factor analysis. I don't need to read more about the development. The procedure. The test consists of 30 pairs of paintings. For each pair, you must choose which you prefer and by how much. It takes most people 2 to 5 minutes to complete. We'll see if that's the case. I'm going to be doing some talking. Use. This test is provided for educational uses only. It is not administered professionally and comes with no guarantee of any kind. Results from the test will be stored and used for research. Your participation will be completely anonymous. Well, thank you. So let's try it out. Let's see. Do I have to? Oh, I do have to. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to widen the screen here a little bit. So question 1 of 30, which work of art is better? Well, I mean, they're both very well done. One here we have some sort of like a beachside seascape here. Doesn't say who the artist is, by the way. It just completely goes away from that. It's just showing me 2 paintings that have been done. Both very, very well done. But I think for this one, and I do love landscapes more, but I think for this one, this one is just way better because of the details and the jacket and stuff like that. I guess I prefer this one because I love landscapes, but in terms of which work of art is better, I would have to say this one is taking it for me. But I really like landscapes. You know what? I'm not going to strongly prefer it. I'm going to prefer right just because how much I love landscapes and what they do for me personally. So I'm going to prefer right. Let's go with that. Alright. Let's see. Which work of art is better? I've seen works like this before with all the scratchiness and all that stuff. This one's very well done too, actually. This one's really, really nice. Very dreamlike. The one on the right is very dreamlike. The one on the left is very intense, and there's a lot going on. It looks like this happens to be maybe a factory, or this could be like old London maybe, or something like that. I don't know. Let's see here. I think that they're both very good. They're both very, very good. This to me, wow, this is tough. This is actually very tough. I'm gonna say, I'm staring at both of them at the same time, I'm like going back and forth right now. I'm gonna prefer, see, I can't prefer neither. I have to go with something. I have to go with my gut. I think I like the right better. Okay. Which work of art is better? Now, I think this is... I don't know if this is him. Is this Monet? This looks like Monet. Looks like something he would paint, or him, or Dali, maybe. It could be Dali. It could be Dali or Monet, because it's all surrealism and just bizarreness. This is just like this is once again just another landscape, some trees, and some sort of a bridge and a building. Bridge looks kind of funky. I would not walk on this bridge, by the way. I would avoid that bridge as much as I could. But I honestly like this one better. This one's good, but I like this one better. I'm going to prefer the left. This is fantastic. Wow, this is the attention to detail. The attention to detail on all these so far has been fantastic. We have this little kid here reading a book, just staring at the camera as if she was just told to turn her head and look at the camera, just kind of like, like, She could be posing though. She could be a pose. And then you have what looks to be a nun, or some sort of a mom-like figure who's wearing a habit. But it looks like a nun. It definitely looks like a nun, and what would lead me to believe that is the amount of candles and stuff like that. Maybe this is someone who... Maybe they're just a religious person, but it looks like a nun to me. I mean, both of them are fantastic. Both are fantastic. Excellent work done on both of them. Ugh. I think I like this one better. This one looks like... This was definitely a portrait. This one is more like a still life, almost. I'm going to prefer the right. Man, you throw a landscape at me, and then it's like game over. But this one's really, really badass. I don't know. This is tough to say. Tough to say. Looks like she looks like she could be out of like Star Wars. If this is a she, if it's not, I apologize. But this person looks like they could be out of Star Wars or some steampunk type thing going on. Then you got some cows here, and a lake, and a mountain, and a little village right here. Some sort of a town back there with the central town over here. Some housing over here. I mean, I love Bob Ross, so stuff like this is like my knack. Like this is my area here. But once again, I can't just avoid how good this looks. But it doesn't. This doesn't draw me in. Like this one, I want to look into this. Like I want to look at each building. I want to look at each cow. I want to look at this water and see if it has reflections aside from the trees over here. Like that's why I like this. I'm going to strongly prefer this one. Again, like, oh my god. This is tough. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. They are both very good. And the dog probably wins it for me. And I love Impressionist style stuff. Like this is very Impressionist. But this is very good too. Gosh, darn it. I think I gotta go with... I'm gonna prefer the right. Now this is my thing right here. This one's good, but it's very... like... it feels bland almost. Like there's not enough color in it to really make it shine. This one I really like over here. This one's awesome. I'm gonna strongly prefer that one. That one's cool. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. Okay, so now we got scenery in both of them. We got scenery in both of them. Let's see. This to me looks like an area you'd find in the show Lost. This is like out of a children's book. This almost looks like this is part of like a fable or some sort of fairy tale type deal. Like this came out of like fairy tale theater, or you know, what was that, Grimm's fairy tales? That's what this seems like. And it's not, I mean, the perspective is okay, but this one is really well done. So I'm gonna just prefer it. I'm not gonna strongly prefer it. I'm gonna prefer it. Definitely a different art style. Definitely a different art style. I don't like this art style that much. Like this to me feels like anyone could do this. Meanwhile, you have like so much time. Like I'm sure this person is talented, and this is not terrible. I mean, drawing houses in perspective is not the easiest thing to do, obviously. But this feels so like I needed this painting done 10 minutes before it's supposed to go up in the museum. Like that's what this feels like. This one, however, this one feels like I can take 4 months working on this and make it as perfect as possible. So I'm going to prefer the right. Damn it, I got it. It's not even a competition. I gotta go with the right. Now you have a gentleman here and a lady. I don't know if they're together. You know, who am I to see what people are, you know? Who am I to do that? You got these two together, a little drapery, a little floor. She's on some sort of like a seated position. There's like a dresser drawers over here, maybe like an armoire or something. And then you have what looks almost like an anime-inspired painting. It almost looks like this belongs in some sort of a 2D yet 3D movie with animation in it. Like I could see these moving. And that actually kind of piques my interest a little bit. You can tell that there's like, just from looking at it, this is paint. This is real paint. Like those are like cracks in the paint. Like the stuff is like legit. I'm gonna keep going to the right. Keep going to the right. I like this one, but it's like blurry. It's like you put a filter on it or something. I just gotta go with the left for this one. This one's really good too. Also very steampunky, very avant-garde. Sorry, I'm hiccuping. Go with the left. Oh my goodness. I mean, that sand is like perfect. I mean, this one's nice, but that is like legitimately what sand usually looks like. That's like the color of sand right there. How did they do that? I gotta go with the right. I'm gonna strongly prefer that one because that one's awesome. I like this one better. I'm gonna actually strongly prefer this one. This one's awesome. I love this. Ships are so cool. I mean, it's pretty much been landscape all the way. I think that's been my #1 thing is landscape art. It kind of is, especially with the landscape and surrealism. This is like purely surrealism / abstract / like avant-garde, whatever. This is pure landscape, and I am all for it. This actually looks like, if anyone's ever watched Bleach, this looks like where, the Bounce, the guy who had the doll that looked like an actual woman but was made of metal, Psychic Dulk, what's his name? I think it starts with a K or something like that. Oh my god, I can't think of his name. Hold on, I gotta. Hold on, just stay here. I gotta look this up because this is gonna run me into the ground if I don't do this. By the way, thank you to anyone who's pushed me over 1,000 subscribers. By the way, while I do this, I gotta look up this guy's name. I really do appreciate you guys for getting me over 1,000. Let's continue going. But only subscribe if you absolutely love the content. What's his name? Go Koga. That's his name. Go Koga. Okay. He was working with Gene Karga, but back when they were showing like ancient history, like when they were younger but still like able to live forever. This, the right over here, looks like where he could have lived. I don't know why I waited so long to. I just couldn't think of the guy's name. But Go Koga, that's who it is. I'm gonna go right. Okay. Again, like very scratchy, very. It's good. This one's just better. I don't know. Can I prefer neither? I can prefer neither if I don't really like them. I mean, this one's good, but I really don't like it. I'm gonna prefer neither. All right. No, this kind of looks like Quebec, where I was recently. This one, I feel like they could have done way better. The tree isn't even finished. I've never seen a tree like that before where it doesn't have that last bit at the top. I gotta give it to the left on that one. I love this art style right here. This art style I love a lot, actually. This one's very good, but I love this style. Where any of these people could be like the weirdest looking thing ever, I think that's awesome. So I'm gonna go with that. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm gonna go right. Ooh, like the dotting style. That I don't see people really doing that anymore. I forgot what it was called. I'm not gonna look it up because that took way too much time. But the art style where you like paint everything or draw everything by just doing a bajillion different dots, it takes forever. It works, but it takes forever. It's not tessellation. I don't think it's tessellations. I don't believe so. But it's really good. It's really good. This one I like too. But I like the colors in this more. Purple is one of my favorite color, and it's right there, so I'm gonna do that. I mean, it's really good. I kind of don't really like either of them. I don't really prefer them. I'm just gonna keep going. Sorry. Same art style again, and then none of these have been really like surreal. Like, there's only been a couple. But that's okay. It's okay. Let's see. I think I just like this one better. I like the left better. Whoa! This one came back. This is the second time this one showed up. What, are you trying to sneak in again? Oh my god, what are you doing? Are you trying to Shanghai this whole operation? But then you have this macabre looking thing. I don't really like either of them. A lot of old people, a lot of like the style, I like this one better. This one looks cool. Buildings where the green and the yellow hit is like, that kind of speaks to me a little bit. I'm going to go with that one. Okay, green. I mean, it's not bad, but it's like, come on, you could have done better. I'm sorry, but you could have done way better. Once again, though, I don't really prefer either. Now, this is more my speed right here. This I like. Both of these are very like, there's something wrong going on, but that's what makes it so right. I like this one, but I really like this one. I'm gonna strongly prefer that one. Oh, isn't this a famous one? No, it wasn't this one. It was the one at the park, but it looks the same. It looks like the same thing. I like this one. This one I really like, actually. This one's good, but I prefer the right. This is almost like that same art style, but it looks a little earlier. It looks like it's a little rougher. Honestly, I kind of don't like either. They're not speaking to me. I only got two more here, so this one and then one more. This one was like, this is like, then this one. Just because it's as close to surrealism as we can get, I'm going to go with this one. Oh. I don't like that one. And bears are badass. Uh, 36 minutes. No, I'm okay. So I'm more on the masculine. Okay, so I'm more on the painterly / realistic. Really, not the abstract. That's interesting. But more on the masculine side. Your score for linear versus painterly was 3. This indicates you have a small preference for painterly works. In painterly works, the brushstrokes will be visible. This contrasts with the linear works, where shapes are bounded by lines, and the goal is photorealistic depiction. That's very true. Your score for realistic versus abstract was -4. This indicates you have a moderate preference for realistic works over abstract ones. I don't believe that, but okay. Your score for masculine versus feminine was -5. This indicates that you have a moderate preference for works of art that depict subjects stereotypically of interest to males, fighting machines, ships, architecture. That's fair. That's a fair assessment. As opposed to subjects stereotypically associated with females, women in dresses, etc. Okay. So that was openpsychometrics.org. It was an interesting theory, you know. I didn't think I was going to be more on the realistic side, but they didn't really give them any abstract or choices. It was more realistic. But the painterly is definitely more my style. Yeah, you know, that kind of makes sense. I do like realism. I'm not saying I don't like realism. I love realism. It's just, you're not seeing any of the hard work. It's obvious hard work went into it, but it's so perfected that you don't get to see, like, the person put any brush strokes into it. You don't see movement. Everything looks so, like, almost fake photorealistic. Almost like that uncanny valley thing, but that's just me. I don't know. Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed what apparently this website thinks I am. Maybe I'll do another one in the future if you guys like this one, but, you know, it's all good. And I will see you guys in the next video. Remember to never stop creating. Goodbye.